Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're talking all about the best attack in Clash of Clans right now at Town Hall 13. Honestly, Town Hall 12 also. Let's get right into it. Alright everybody, so we're over here in WHF Rising. We're using WHF Rising because our main clans right now are in the Clan War League, so they can't spin regular wars also. We've got our first CCL matchup of the season up against LP4 Hades. So WHF against LP4 Hades. We're going to be taking a look at some Queen Charge Miners attacks. Yes, you guys saw it in my video yesterday. Queen Charge Miners with the new Siege Barracks is just destroying every single base, guys, honestly. Every single Town Hall 13 triple we've gotten in this war so far. Queen Charge Miners. We're going to be taking a look at 4 of them tonight. There's still a lot more attacks to go in the war. I've got 2 attacks to do in this war. I'll probably be doing those tomorrow. If you guys want to see those live attacks, definitely let me know down below. Maybe I'll post them. I'll be recording those tomorrow probably, but let's go ahead and take a look at these attacks here tonight, the ones that have already tripled at the beginning of war. So first example here by Team Unique. This one's going to be using a jump spell. Most of them don't use jump spells, but this one is going to use a jump spell. He's not going to bother with any wall breakers, just going to jump his queen right in. Her goal is to come in here, charge in, and just get the town hall. That's honestly all she's got to do. He uses BK really early to funnel. Some people prefer to use the BK to help funnel the miners in the second phase of the attack. Honestly, I've been seeing it work both ways, so if you really feel comfortable or if you don't feel comfortable, you know, trying to make a cheap funnel, especially if it's like a fresh attack and you just want to use your BK to make sure the funnel's really good, so you know your queen's going to go inside the base, just use your BK early. As long as you got that Siege Barracks, you'll be able to make the funnel on the other side of the base. So he kind of missed the rage spell here, so he's going to have to pop the queen ability, but she's going to get the town hall and the expo, and then she's going to jump back this way toward the eagle. He's going to go ahead and start with the Siege Barracks over here, get that free P.E.K.K.A funnel, a bunch of free wizards, then he's just going to send all the miners right up the gut. And that's the basic idea of the plan. That's how easy Queen Charge Miners is at Town Hall 13 right now. It's just all about execution. I feel like, honestly, it can work on every single base, or at least most of them. It's just a matter of if you execute it right or not. It kind of feels like Town Hall 9 back in the day. Maybe it's just because these bases aren't maxed, but honestly, this base is almost maxed. It's got the max scatter shots, max wizard towers, max Teslas. The only thing that isn't maxed are the cannons. And so, yeah, his queen just went through here, got the nice charge value. His P.E.K.K.A is still alive. I think it was beaten on a wall for a while. But he just sends the miners with the warden and the royal champ right through the channel here, through the core. And they're just going to tear up everything as long as you keep them alive. The only thing you have to worry about is those scatter shots, because those scatter shots do so much damage. They can two-shot your miners if you don't keep them healed up or under the warden ability. So you got to really make sure you're constantly healing. It's better to heal your miners early than late. Because if you try to heal them late, if you're stingy and try to hold that heal as long as possible, you're going to lose a lot of miners. So it's better to heal them early and have like 30 miners still alive when you're halfway through the base than to try to save your heals as long as you can and use 2 heals on the back end when you only have 10 miners up. It's better to have more miners early than an okay amount of miners late. So nice first example there by Team Unique. That's going to be a triple. Let's see how many miners he brought on that attack. I can't remember. 28, and then 9 hogs in the CC. And almost always we're bringing hogs in the Siege Barracks to come out late in the attack, and they just meet up with the Royal Champ and the miners, and it's actually working out really well. So the next example here we're going to take a look at is by C4. He's doing the same thing. This one's not going to have a jump. I think all the rest don't have jumps. All the rest we're going to look at today. So he's just going to start with a little balloon funnel, free funnel over there with 2 balloons. Well, I guess technically not free then. Baby Dragon to make more of the funnel. He wants to avoid this Inferno Tower because that's actually where he wants to start his miners. So the goal of his attack here, he wants to charge in for the Town Hall. And he's just going to funnel this side, charge in for the Town Hall, then he's going to use his Siege Barracks over here and just miner up the gut again. That's as simple as it is. You don't have to worry about where the enemy queen is, you don't have to worry about where the enemy king is, where the enemy royal champ is. All you got to worry about is, can I charge the town hall and kill the CC troops? That's really it. And just make decent pathing. And by decent pathing, I mean he's going to have pathing for the miners that looks like that. That's decent enough. Not even, it's going to be a little wider than that. It's going to be like that. So it's crazy how wide the base can still be, and you can still miner it. As long as you get the town hall and the CC troops, it's good enough. As long as you execute this right. So he's able to make the funnel here with the baby dragon. Nice, easy, cheap funnel. Didn't even have to use the king on this one. So his queen's going to step up. She takes out the enemy BK, and she's going to get a scatter shot for free. I mean, he hasn't even had to wall break or anything yet. He didn't bring any wall breakers or a jump spell, just because he knows as long as he makes the funnel over here, queen's going to end up beating a wall and go over here and get this town hall. So really good base identification here by C4. As soon as he sees that she's beating a wall and she's beating a good wall, she's going to go into this compartment. He's going to start with the BK and the siege barracks and then send all the miners in through here, just like we said before. With the warden ability, now the eagle is still up, so you think, well, the eagle is going to screw you over, right? No, in this case it's just going to lock onto his king and his P.E.K.K.A. It's not going to do anything to his miners, and even if it was targeting his miners like it is now on the second round of shots, he can just warden ability and drop a heal spell over them and they're going to be fine. So his last rage goes down over the queen to make sure she gets the town hall. She's going to keep walking this way and get the Tesla farm and so much more value. He just keeps dropping heals, warden ability to get through these infernos and all this splash damage in the core. He still has his royal champ. He uses her up top. She's going to get some good value up here, and the miners just push through the base like that. The hogs from the siege barracks come out late, get the inferno, and everything just works together in unison really perfectly on this attack. It's really solid, good plan. I mean, it's working on every base right now, guys. If you're at Town Hall 13, you have access to the new siege barracks. You need to be using this attack strategy, guys. It's really OP. It's working on every single base right now. We're still failing some of the attacks with it, but that's just because of execution errors mostly. I mean, the plan, the attack strategy itself can work on every base. You can force it on almost everything. So here, again, our third example, Nick going to be showing us how he does it. He normally likes to bring an extra P.E.K.K.A. He's been doing that a lot in some of his attacks these last few days. I think he does that in both his attacks. He actually six-packed already early in this war. Surprise, surprise. So we're going to be looking at both his attacks. Uses the BK to funnel early. That's something Nick likes to do. And then he queen walks the other side of the base and then just sends miners right in between. Simple as that. So he's going to use the P.E.K.K.A. over here on the queen side of the funnel, just to make sure she's got nowhere to go but straight in for that town hall. He's going to have to rage here. Out comes the CC. Triple ice golem. We're seeing triple ice golem in almost every CC. That's just really popular right now. Hound ice golem, also pretty popular. Honestly, those are probably the two best CCs. If you're using anything other than that, it's probably not effective, unless people try to like E-drag spam you and you have 3 witches, then maybe it's okay. But here he goes. He's already sending the miners in. He dropped the siege barracks up here, so he gets an extra free P.E.K.K.A. and then all the miners come in just like that. Queen's going to keep making the funnel. Now, Nick did bring a jump spell on this one because he wants Queen to go in here and get this scatter shot and inferno, and she is. So really good value here from the jump spell because that scatter shot and inferno are not going to do any damage to his miners. He's going to pop warden ability already, and he's sending his royal champ straight in for the eagle and toward the scatter shot. He already used his warden ability, and then he's healing again because of the scatter shot. Like I said before, you have to make sure your miners are either under warden ability or being healed when they're getting hit by those scatter shots, because those scatter shots are the one thing that'll destroy max miners right now. Pretty much everything else doesn't do too much to miners, but those scatter shots, they destroy miners, they destroy loons, they destroy hogs, they destroy everything. So you have to heal, you have to warden ability through those scatter shots, and that's really all there is to it. That new siege barracks is doing really good on these miner attacks because you get the free P.E.K.K.A. and the free wizards to help funnel the miners and keep them in the base. And because of that, you don't have to bring too many cleanup wizards because you can rely on some of those from the siege barracks, and they do such a good job on cleanup, so you can bring more miners instead of having to worry about cleanup. And you're getting a free P.E.K.K.A. too. I mean, that's what we're really liking about the siege barracks right now. Sure, you don't get the extra damage that a stone slammer does, but honestly, the extra P.E.K.K.A. and the wizards really make up for it. So here's Nick again, no jump spell on this one, but doing pretty much the exact same attack. P.E.K.K.A. to funnel the queen side. She's going to walk in for the town hall. King on the other side. He's doing this at the beginning of all his attacks right now. And that's all you got to do on these bases with the walkable town halls. Just king down one side, queen down the town hall side. If you want to use a P.E.K.K.A. to funnel her just to make sure she has nowhere to go but in for that town hall, do that. And then often you have these little inferno islands right on the edge, on the outside, where you send your king and your queen down one way, and that's where you're going to start the miners. It's right in between on that first inferno island. And there is a scatter shot here, so you know you're either going to have to heal early or warden ability early. We'll see which one he does. So he has to rage queen to get her through the town hall. She's going to take a while to kill the enemy CC. She finally gets through it. She gets frozen again. He's going to go ahead and start with the siege barracks. Get it down nice and early. Get that P.E.K.K.A. and the king working together in unison. They do awesome together. He's going to rage up the queen again so she can kill the enemy queen here. And as soon as he sees that, he's going to go ahead and start all the miners with the warden. Early healed to get through that scatter shot. Otherwise, it would kill all your miners. So just like that, Queen's going to keep walking around, and thanks to these base designs, these old Town Hall 12 style base designs where they have the open walls, Queen can just keep walking around and get tremendous value, not even having to bring wall breakers or jumps. He sends this Royal Champ. He already popped her ability. She's going to die here because she gets targeted by everything. The hogs come out. They're going to get some decent value over here. Now this one was the most sketchiest out of all 4 we've seen today so far, because it looks like everything's going to start dying, but then he gets a nice little half healer swap, and like half the healers swap onto his miners. Look, some of the healers swap right there. They heal up the miners a little bit, then they're going to heal up the warden a little bit, then they're going to go back to the queen, and then here in a second 2 of them or 3 of them are going to switch back to the miners, just right there. Just OP, getting those nice healer swaps. I mean, even if he didn't get that healer swap, the queen would have been able to finish the rest of the base, so it would have tripled even if he didn't get the healer swap. So the healer swap's a little lucky there, makes the attack look even more OP than it was, because he still has like 15 miners up now, maybe a little bit less, maybe 10 or 12, something like that. But still, really nice solid queen charge by Nick there. Didn't even need the queen ability, so I mean, even if he didn't get the healer swap, the queen would have been able to finish off the rest of the base easily. But there you have it, guys. Honestly, what I think is the best attack in the game right now at Town Hall 13 and probably at Town Hall 12 too. If you guys are Town Hall 12, max Town Hall 12, you should be trying this attack, especially on those bases with the walkable Town Halls. You know, a lot of these guys in your farm wars or in your league wars are copying those old bases from like the Town Hall 12 Cup event with the walkable Town Halls. Just queen walk one side, king down the other, with the siege barracks, miners in between with the warden. You don't have a Royal Champ at Town Hall 12, but you probably don't even need it. Honestly, a lot of these attacks, we could be swagging the Royal Champ if we wanted to. So really solid attacks there by the guys in WHF. This war is just barely getting started, honestly, not even halfway over. We haven't even, neither side's used half their attacks yet. If you guys want to see me do my live hits tomorrow, I can record them. Definitely let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about this attack strategy. Honestly, it's really OP, and you guys should be trying it in your wars. If you guys like the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll catch you guys later.